Welcome back to another episode of Hefe's World. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. But let's go ahead and get right into today's episode. The Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is today, Saturday, March 1st. We ain't got too much on the card, but it is still a jam-packed pay-per-view that is set to be absolutely amazing from start to finish. I'm going to run down the match card and what else is happening. But real quick, I want to say Travis Scott is headed to this pay per view in one capacity. Who knows? But I'm sure it's going to be epic. He kicked off the Netflix era, and here we go in Toronto with Travis. So I'm curious to see what he's going to be out here doing. And I can't wait to see that. But let's go ahead and get right into the action. There is a tag team match that has been brewing in the women's division for a little while now with Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus versus Nia Jackson, Candice LeRae. These women, I'm sure, will put on one hell of a performance. But at the end of the day, I just personally have Tiffany Stratton and Candice LeRae. I'm sorry, and Trish Stratus winning this match. Trish Stratus is at home. This is her hometown. I get it. They typically would probably have the heels winning this, but that was the Vince era. We are now in the Hunter era. We are now in the Netflix era. We are now in a new era, um, where things that are supposed to happen actually happen. But there are some things that, whoa, we did. This wasn't well. This was kind of expected, but unexpected at the same time. For example, Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. I'm sure so many people had John Cena on their cards. I know betting websites had John Cena on their cards, but who won? A plus 1,000 guy, Jey Uso. So it just wasn't expected, and that's the type of things. But at the same time, it was expected because look at where Jay was before that, and look at where he still is. Like it just makes sense. So, shout out to Hunter for everything going on. But at the end of the day, I have Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus winning this match. Nia and Candice will definitely put on one hell of a performance in this match. But I have Trish Stratus picking up the victory here in her hometown, possibly pinning Nia Jax just because that's a big target and that would be huge. But most likely pinning Candice LeRae, but hopefully she pins Nia Jax. But either way, I have Trish Stratus picking up this pinfall victory in her hometown of Toronto. Uh, the next match on the card I'm going to talk about is that unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I'm curious to see if they actually start the pay per view with this match. I'm pretty sure they may, either that or possibly the woman or men's chamber match. But I feel like this unsanctioned match could possibly start the card off tonight. So Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. I don't know if you saw one of my shorts that I predicted, but I do predict that Randy Orton could return tonight. Randy Orton could return in this unsanctioned match and help Sami Zayn win. Betting websites have Kevin Owens currently projected to win, but not by much. So I would take that plus money on Sami Zayn. I believe Sami Zayn could pick up the pin victory here in this unsanctioned match. Um, but I do believe this could possibly also hopefully lead to more. Maybe we get a WrestleMania match out of these guys as well. So fingers crossed on that, but we'll see what happens. I do believe Randy Orton could return in this match and help Sami Zayn. But either way, I have Sami winning this match, regardless of Randy Orton returning or not. I'm going to go with Sami Zayn. The first chamber match I'm going to talk about is the women's chamber match. We have Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Bailey, and Alexa Bliss. Now, we already know that Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble, and she has already picked Tiffany Stratton, the SmackDown Women's Champion, to face at WrestleMania. So that means Rhea Ripley needs a challenger. Now, when you look at the field, you would think, hey, Liv Morgan, they've had their differences, they've had their feud. Maybe we could continue to strap a rocket on that. But in my personal opinion, I don't believe that she will be one of the members to win this match. I just don't see it in the cards for this. Um, and I don't see it in the cards for WrestleMania. As far as Naomi and Bianca, I believe one of those women will be in a feud with Jade Cargill uh, real soon, possibly as soon as tonight from this match. Roxanne Perez, as great as she's been and as great as she is, I'm not sure if WWE is ready to strap a rocket on her back. Bailey, I don't think, not that she deserves to be in the main event. I just don't think it's time for her to be back into the main event picture. I don't know if the feud would really make sense. Alexa Bliss, now that would be a really cool option to have her face Rhea Ripley, but I believe they're going to keep her on SmackDown because of the whole Wyatt Six thing. So I look for Alexa to have a great fun time in this match, but I don't think she'll win. I know a lot of betting websites surprisingly have Bianca Belair to win this match. But if I look at this field, I would love for the dark horse Roxanne Perez to win this Elimination Chamber match. I think that would be a cool win and a nice match between her and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Because just looking at this field, I believe Rhea is going to retain her title at Mania, and I'll get more into that after the winner of this match is actually determined. And when I do my Mania predictions, I will give more of a insight into that. But I would like to see Roxanne Perez win this match. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca wins. That just tells me that Naomi and Jade are lined up to face each other. But we'll see what happens. Go Roxanne. Uh, Now, last but not least, the men's chamber match. We have John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul. This is one stacked card. It is definitely going to be one hell of a match that I believe I'm still going to go with John Cena getting to the main event. I know there's some betting websites that have changed the cards, and there's some cards that have Drew McIntyre winning and going on to face Cody Rhodes, which I don't know if I really want to see. I don't know if I'd like it. I'm sure it will be a great um, a great match. But then it's like this. They say this is John Cena's last WrestleMania, and what do you do with John Cena if he doesn't win this Elimination Chamber match? Where does John Cena go? What does he do at WrestleMania? His last WrestleMania can't just be a throw together, put together match. So if he doesn't win, where does he go? But honestly, when you look at the rest of the field, if none of these guys win, what do they do for Mania? Well, CM Punk, Seth, and Drew can obviously have their own feud and do their own thing, um, and add Roman Reigns into that as well. Damian Priest, Logan, who knows? But John Cena, this is his last Mania. He's got to be in the main event. He's got to win this match. He's got to go on to face Cody Rhodes. So I'm going with Cena. I'm still locking that in, and that is my final prediction for the men's chamber match. The last thing we go and talk about before we get out of here is probably the biggest thing outside of all these matches: The Rock and Cody Rhodes, the final boss wants Cody Rhodes' soul. Will Cody Rhodes give up his soul? Obviously, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of stuff leading up to the Cody giving The Rock his soul. But in my personal opinion, I don't believe this is going to happen. There's no way Cody Rhodes will give The Rock his soul. I do believe after this, The Rock will try and to approach possibly somebody else that will be injected into a match. I I do believe Cena's going to win the chamber match, but I don't believe it will solely be a one-on-one match with Cody Rhodes. I do believe somehow, some way, The Rock will pull his authority, have his so-called champion inserted into the match, which could possibly be one of the guys that are already in the chamber, possibly Logan Paul, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. So, I look for somebody to be inserted into the match with John Cena because I think that it's gonna it's gonna help Cena in the long run when fans get upset that he beat Cody Rhodes one on one. Instead of Cena winning this match and getting a 17 title on Cody Rhodes, now there's somebody else in the match to take the blame, to take the pin. Um, so look on for that too as well. But this is FA's World. I'm your boy Hefe, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for this preview episode, and I will hit y'all with the results episode. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button down below, and just remember, this is Hefe's World, and you're just living in it.